Hi, this is Stephen Childs. I serve God and Team Fairness. So, I've explained what my concept of God is. The power that has been trying to defeat me my whole life has stopped. It's realized that I have me and my God have all power. So they realize that it's true and that God's creating their future. So they're not going to attack me anymore. It played out as like people outside, and I'm hearing a simulation world in which they're saying that I'm going to be killed. And so it's telling me that they're coming to get me. That is over. So if you watch my last video on Tucker Carlson, Scott Adams, and the simulation, that explains it. Because the power of racism, of unfairness, was focused through those two guys as I was watching the video of Tucker Carlson interviewing Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert. It's interesting that Tucker Carlson was fired for racism and Scott Adams was fired for racism. They canceled his cartoon and they were like sidelined, but they still have power. Tucker Carlson is still very much a player in the world drama. And in the hidden world, the unseen world, Scott Adams is a major player there. I researched him. It's very interesting. He is knowledgeable as a hypnotist. He understands the persuasion power in religions and in political factions or parties. So this is like a group hypnosis effect. And he understands the simulation. The people that have, say, schizophrenia, it's a simulation that's causing them the trouble. So they can have a hallucination. It's a simulation that's created. Ultimately, God is the cause of everything. So as separate, secondarily separate people or beings, non-human, we have free choice. So we can choose to do people wrong or not. So that's what this is all about. It's not just planet Earth. My spirit friend that is communicating to me now, that is part of the simulation, I would estimate. So the simulation is aside from the actual world. So they can create within our mind a message, a communication, or a hallucination. They could make you go insane by tomorrow. It's like they serve God. So they can't tell right now. There's something they can't tell me about. But just a minute ago, she said that Scott Adams having trouble with her. And I'm thinking it's because of his unfairness to you. And so I could understand that. And so she said she'll go easy on him. He's dying of cancer. So she hasn't been respected, nor have I. That's what this is about. We want respect from humans that are trying to get away with doing us wrong. They're trying to get away with taking over the world where we don't want them taking over the world. We want the World Fairness Agreement to happen. So they're all forgiven. Tucker Carlson is forgiven. Scott Adams is forgiven. So am I, and so are you. So she told them to elect Trump. That was a different one. See, there's more involved. There's like a higher level. And the higher level wanted Trump to be elected for, God moves in mysterious ways. It's that kind of thing. So they're explaining to me, I don't know if it's like the one that's more like on my level or greater power. She can kind of merge into either. She can manifest as an independent human-like, probably for my benefit, so that I can understand in a way that I can understand. So anyway, God, I'll just use the word God for the most powerful, for the all-powerful. God wanted them to try to defeat me because God wanted to see who would win. It's like God had to find out who would win. And so God found out that this is what God thought would happen. Truth and fairness wins. Where we care about each other and we forgive each other. That's what won. On a personal level, I won. They didn't defeat me. Their whole group didn't defeat me all by myself, only with God. That's all powerful. Me directly with God is all powerful. And I'm probably more not here and only God's here than anybody else around. There are other people that are on the same path. Mystics, non-dualists. There are people in India that might be way beyond me in this ability to not exist and only have God create everything through them and through everything else. So it's like an understanding. Awakening is an understanding of reality. So I'm not trying to defeat anyone. I just don't want anyone doing me wrong. So all the beings that are above me, I'm in support of them. They're not doing me wrong. If they were doing me wrong, they wouldn't be above me anymore. They would be below me in power. I really think our power comes from our ability to stop doing others wrong. And today, my mind went the wrong direction, and I lost control of it, and I was thinking unfair thoughts again. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to get this under control. So like I immediately surrender to God. Forgive me, forgive everything. Let it be. And I asked for victory over myself. See, it was me that started the wrong thoughts. And it worked again. See, that's all I need to do is keep surrendering. My ego has to continually surrender to God 24/7. But it wakes back up, or it gets off of it gets free of the chains that I've created for it to keep it out of trouble. You can make a nicer story than that rather than chain it up. But it's like sometimes it's like I need to chain it up because it's like it's getting out of control. So it's a matter of thinking it through. What results? Where am I going to go with this? I'm going to be putting myself in misery and in shame again, and all my power is going to be gone to protect myself. so I can reason with it. See what I'm saying? And it's not even me sometimes. It's somebody else that comes in. So this other team that supports MAGA, their type of Christianity, they're saying like they're in trouble now because I wasn't defeated. So that means they're in trouble because they think I'm going to have vengeance against them, I guess. No, they're forgiven. So they lost the battle, but they didn't lose the war. They won the war because they don't want to be done wrong either. So, see, this applies to everyone on the planet. Doesn't matter what tribe you're from or what color your skin is. We all do things basically the same way in trying to gain power over others and so forth. So, all of the humans are going to surrender to God. And they're going to be so much better off. And you can see what my concept of God is. I'm a spiritual atheist. I don't think God had a mind in the first place. Everything is within God. Our minds are within God. So God has a mind now. Lots of them. Thanks for listening.